If your team only does what it's told, the people are very cautious. You don't have a people problem. It's a leadership systems problem. People respond to the environment that they're in. And I'm going to give you three things that you can put into the environment to enable them and to empower them for success. And the first one is that expectations need to be explicit and they need to be visible. So I'll give you an example. So you can't just be saying things like, make sure you keep the clients happy. Which clients? When? How? How are they going to know what to, would you know what to do with that? I wouldn't know what to do with that. So be explicit in your directions. So for example, you could say, we make sure that all clients are responded to between 1 to 4 working days and that the CRM system is updated at the end of every day. Very clear. The expectation is very visible. If you don't make the expectation visible, then people just go on assumptions of what they think, and then people get cautious and they don't want to do things and they wait around for you to tell them kind of what to do. So remember, the work that they're doing for you is complicated and it's difficult. So keep the expectations visible and keep the instructions, keep them very simple. Yeah. Respond within 1 to 4 working days. CRM system update every week. Pretty simple. Yeah. The second one is very important that they understand that decisions are repeatable. I'll explain what I mean by that. Every time you make a decision, it's difficult because you're cutting away the alternatives. When you're asking them to do one thing, they're saying no to 9 other things they could do. And if they're not as confident, or every time if it feels like they're trying to make a new decision in a new set of circumstances every single day, they won't feel confident because they won't feel like they're getting anywhere. They'll feel like they're just doing random stuff. So what can you do with that? You can help to create what I call more consistent decisions, and that's a technique I use called ring fencing. So I want to give you an example. So I did this with a client. So this client had a full-time job and they were very creative. They're a wonderful person, creative person. And he came to me and he said, I want to do this extra thing as like a side hustle, but I'm concerned that it's going to take too much time, take too much energy, might cost too much money and it might ruin my kind of regular work. What do you think? So what he was coming to me for, like your people come to you, is help me to make an informed decision, right? Help me to figure out what's the right thing to do. So I said, well, we need to ring fence this thing. And he said, what do you mean? So I said, let's figure out an amount of money that you're comfortable spending on, products and materials and how long you'd be comfortable doing this for and kind of how much energy you want to put in. He said, why would you do that? I said, it's pretty simple. If you go over spending that money and it goes outside of the time budget you're allowed, then it's probably not a good idea. But if you do these things and it sticks to those parameters, then it's fine. So we did it. So we did it. We agreed a period of a month. We had a set budget. And after that month, I said, how did you do? And he said, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't go over the money budget. It didn't eat too much into my time. I wanted to do it just for kind of a month. It worked well. I enjoyed it. And now I know I can kind of repeat that if I want to throughout the year a couple of times. And that's what he does. So we created like a ring fence, a place where you don't go outside. So think about that in terms of decisions. How can you ring fence the decision? So it could be as simple as saying things like, well, with the clients, if it's under £200 or $1,000, proceed. Yeah, or if it's the best interest of the client in alliance with the documents and the principles, how we treat our clients, go for it. Yeah. How can you ring fence it? And then what that does is people know, well, I don't go out here with my decisions. I don't go crazy with all these things. I keep it within this area where I feel comfortable. And then they can make repeated decisions. And the third thing that's so important is consistent expectations. People respond to the environment, and the environment is not just in the office because they could be working at home. They respond to the emotional environment. In other words, you, the leadership team. And if one day you're a certain way, another day they're another way, or if one day they're working with one director, the next day it's another director, sometimes expectations can be consistent. Different people want things in different ways. So think, how can you streamline things in terms of consistent expectations? Yeah. So they know that every single day, certain things are expected in a certain way. Whether somebody else is on holiday, somebody else is working with them, different team, different project, working from home, working in the office. People right now want consistency. They want stability. Yeah. They don't want to be thinking, I need to do that and I need to respond. There's a lot of volatility, both in the workplace and outside. And your role as a leader is to help to streamline things, keep things consistent, keep them stable, keep them calm. And by providing these three things I've just mentioned, what that does is it empowers people because they go, right, I know what's expected of me. I've got the parameters within which to work. I feel I can make some decisions and I know kind of, the people I'm working with. Yeah, I can do this. And what that leads to, which is really cool, is people will take initiative and it seemingly happens overnight. It's not happened overnight. It's all the effort that you've put in and then it will come to fruition. right? So put those three things in place because people respond to the environment they're in, and that's your responsibility. It doesn't take a lot of time, this stuff. It's more a little bit of effort. It's more thinking, where are the gaps? Have I been consistent in my expectations of these people? Have I told them? Have I shown them what a good example looks like? Yeah, physically. If we got an example, they can look at and go, oh, this is what a good system looks like. This is what a good client response looks like. This is what good work looks. I can do that. I can do that, right? That's what you want them to feel. I can do that. So set them up to make them feel that way. What I'll also include for you in the description box is I made a podcast all on this, on how to help your people to use their initiative and take responsibility because I had so many people coming to me saying, Mike, how do I get my people to do that? So if you enjoyed that, if you click on the link for the Food for the Journey podcast, it's in the show notes. You can enjoy that and go into more detail. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to the Kataholos Leadership YouTube channel for lots more leadership content, respond to stuff that you want. People keep asking me for this stuff in real life. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot of time, take any money, just takes a bit of effort, a bit of strategy, and a bit of kindness towards your people. Okay, hope you enjoyed watching that. Take care, and I'll see you soon.